Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Hey folks, how's it going out there? We were so ready before the show, like to the point of insanity. We had been sitting around for 3 hours waiting to go live that we actually became late.
Yeah, we were so on point you wouldn't believe it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Dunk was in the video chat service we use yesterday waiting. You know, that's how ahead of the game we were. Honest. Or so we'll say. Yeah. So lots going on in the world. We'll cover some of it, but we'll also just meander and, chat about whatever. If you've got a topic you want us to bring up, make sure that the moderator team know, because they will make sure that we see the message if we didn't see it, because we don't always see all of the live chat, right? Otherwise, this would be the show.
Yeah, no, we're absolutely blind to notifications and stuff like that.
Yeah. Kind of have to be. Speaking of our mod team, though, we are doing a cool fundraiser thing. Now, I just want to bring up the link here first, because I wasn't quite prepared, but, such is life, right?
Post it constantly throughout the stream, no doubt.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait a minute. That's not good. Yeah, here we go.
Already did it. It's already there.
Yeah. So we got a few on the moderator team, and you know how life can be sometimes. It kicks you right between so I mean, we don't we get a decent amount in for Ukraine, but we don't really get that much in. It's not a huge channel. So, to try to make up the differences that are needed, this is what we got going on. We've already put some into the fund. You'll see that anonymous one there because it wanted to put in some real personal information. And that was some money that was sent in after we were done the last time we were live, when we first announced we were doing some fundraising for the team. And that was by NA&A, who, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that's not applicable and not appropriate. Take your pick, depending on how many drinks he's had. But he came in huge with a couple of real big shouts, and then Andrew Knight came in with 134 as well. So you can see the fund is already at 19%, $350 raised. So it didn't take long to get going, thanks to you guys, and hopefully we can get a bit more into the pot. So we'll keep announcing this as the show goes and a couple of shows into the future, because I'll be shocked as shit if we could, close that out in one beer, drink, and hangout. I doubt that's happening. But we'll give it a good try, and hopefully we can plug some holes and make a couple of lives a hell of a lot easier.
And it's a good thing to go directly to the GoFundMe as opposed to doing a super chat or anything through here, because
fees lost.
You get royally abused by the Canadian US conversion alone.
Well, even these guys did it to me because it cost me more than I sent. And I was like, what the hell? And then I looked up their service and I realized that being Canadian, I was paying an American. They do their own. Everybody burns you on the exchange rate now. It's really annoying. But GoFundMe is still better than going through yet another service that's going to do it to us as well. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want
the double whammy hit.
Yeah, exactly. Plus like transaction fees and stuff, right? Yeah. So it's a good thing to do. So consider chucking a few in if you can, because it really helps. I mean, the mod team do so much around here, and if we can do a little for them too, that would be fucking awesome.
When I end up actually get a point in the next month or so, when the money isn't flying out my bank account faster than you can fucking it's like a flock of pigeons being cooped up in a box, and it's just like it lands and they go, oh, hey, all these lovely little pigeons, and then you turn around, they're all fucked off.
Yeah. Where did they go?
Oh well, yeah, but there you go.
Yeah,
such is life.
It is indeed. So, any news on either one of the Toyota 4x4s?
Yeah, wow. I haven't told you folks, but I had a little boo-boo in the new one, and did a nice little scraperoo along a lamppost down the side of the car. So that's getting sorted. It's really funny though, because I got a couple of quotes in, and they're all over the place. And one place was kind of cheap. It was one of those like a web service little things, and and they'll just set you up with a technician to do the job. And
but if you go in and there's some guy wearing a bandana covered in tattoos with a spray can going like this, and he's got that perfect "I jerk off too much" motion going on,
Yeah, I'm just mixing up some mud to throw on your car to hide their marks. But I had this other one, and he actually got in touch with me, and his proper name and everything, and they've got a nice little place. And
Bob.
And but it was quite expensive, so I went back to him and said, well, this other place has offered it to do it a lot cheaper, so I'm afraid I'm going to take that one instead. And he came and so I put that out, and obviously the next morning says, well, I'll do it for this much cash. Fair enough, then. You get the job.
Yeah, an off the books job then.
Yeah. So I always pays to, I wasn't necessarily haggling, but it's good to let people know that quite cheap. But anyway, that's that. I haven't heard any more about the other Land Cruiser yet.
Okay.
So
it's in that part of its thing where we're just not going to get an update until there's another thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know what they're doing to it. I mean,
they're installing the bionics.
I think all they're going to do is spray it green, and that's it. Job done. Just send it out. So
They do some reinforcements. They weld in these panels where your head is. They like some really thick steel, and they do a few other things. There's some floor work that gets done, and they don't just go right out.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll give Claire a nudge and ask her if there's any news.
Yeah. Maybe we might have an update for Saturday on the Saturday show here coming up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Speaking of shows and stuff, we're hoping that in my life here, we're about to transition back into our normal yearly routine, my son and I, instead of the more chaotic thing that happens during summer. This one's been especially chaotic. But so there might be a little bit more regularity to not our but our shows. Yeah, we're hoping so. Right? I'm not injecting fiber into YouTube, but I think you get the idea. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, that would be good. Good, get back to some kind of normal.
Yeah, it's been really tough, Yeah,
because it's not good for the algorithm, from what I've been told.
I'm the one that preaches that so much. So, yeah. Oh, sometimes there's just nothing like that cold beer, Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, I've got some details we can go over on the fundraiser as well. The who, what, where, when, and why. But it looks like it's, there's only about $250 of it that's sex toys. So it's, it's really worthwhile. The sex toy part is especially worth it, but
yeah. And strange enough, that was just for PJ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
His cat.
Yeah. He wants 2 iPod connected feline OnlyFans things,
Well, let's face it. If there's any animal out there that it could display a butt plug in its best way, it is definitely a cat. Because especially if you got one with a nice jewel on the end of it.
And nobody can say that PJ doesn't make sure his pussies are taken care of when he's away. So that's some love and attention right there.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I remember when the iPod video came out, somebody announced that they were going to bring out like a dildo and a pocket pussy, I guess, a receptacle for male parts that would connect to the iPod so that they could buzz along and vibrate as you're watching a porno.
Yeah. I'm sure they exist.
Right. Well, then you ended up, instead of it being more, if I could use the term, pure like that, now you've got the love sense or whatever they're called that all the cam girls wear and stuff. And that's kind of ruined I remember one company came out and it was for a couple where somebody travels and you each got a piece of it, and it was supposed to be kind of virtual. You're with your partner, right? I don't know if any of that stuff ever came out. I just remember it from tech news, right?
But they came in a box of 12, so that was a bit strange.
Well, you never know. That's the dorm edition, right? That's the,
Got a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah, that's the university pack. Oh, funny.
So, America, are you enjoying the authoritarian takeover this week?
Oh man, it's getting really bad.
It is. Yeah, it's gone past that point, I think now.
Yeah.
It's the
what
Too
Trump
late.
says about the Illinois governor there, what's his name? Spitzker or some shit, whatever that guy's name is. Trump has just gotten out of control with the language towards that guy. That's not the language of a politician. That's the language of a Russian leader who's about to have you thrown out of a window.
Yeah. What do you hear about the fact that they're recruiting thousands of new deputized federal officers?
Yeah.
So it's going to be Trump's basically private army. It's
yeah.
You couldn't get more in line with Nazi Germany of the 1930s if you flipping tried.
Well, each one of them's going to look just like Steve Miller, but with hair. Isn't that his name, Steve Miller or whatever?
Steve
Miller,
that
that
project. But there might not be hair.
Yeah.
Rednecks.
Oh yeah,
It's absolutely crazy.
It's getting so out of hand. And, as a Canadian, it's very unnerving to me because we have a somewhat vocal, hard right-leaning group just like that. And every time America, sorry to say, keeps sliding and this stuff keeps getting worse and worse and worse, it really makes me worried that we're just going to get more of it here. And, Miss Alberta and a few others like her are just going to start really gaining more ground instead of being put in their place where I think they should be,
We're seeing it in the UK at the minute as well. There's a lot of protests over, it's like asylum seekers being put into like hotels, and apparently, they going around, chasing after young girls and things like that. Yeah, whether or not those stories are true, I don't know, but that's the stories they're going with. And so you have crowds and crowds and crowds of people in the streets, all wearing like Union Jacks or St. George flags, and basically, I hate the fact that they're using this patriotism of England and the UK as a cover for absolute fucking racism.
I know.
That's what's going on there. Is it's like diabolical. These people are just nasty pieces of shit. But they're carrying the flags, and it's like, well, yeah, nothing wrong with patriotism.
Yeah,
but in its right fucking place.
Yeah. I totally agree there. I totally agree. And it's in the right place, There's nothing wrong with saying, I love my country, but I really believe that we should be doing this, not this. That's not unpatriotic, or you know what I mean? That's not at all. That's constructive conversation and criticism.
And of course, they're talking about how Great Britain was. Britain, the British Empire. We had an empire. Yeah, and what did we do with that empire? We got and stamped over a load of brown people. So don't you pretend that Britain was, the British Empire was great and all that, just and everything. We were being pretty nasty to the the brown countries out there. Come on, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there was this one piece of land you guys had for a while. What was it called? Yeah, India. Yeah,
America.
Yeah, right. It's just
Yeah, India. Yeah. And all the others in between.
Oh man, and nothing against the Brits, because that was just the end of that era, right? I mean, go back to like Rome and stuff. I mean, you owned people from all different kinds of cultures. That's how life was.
Well, to be fair, we didn't slaughter them like the Romans did, but
true enough. Yeah,
not quite so bad. I think there was a bit shooting, a bit stabby, but
a bit. But quite a few turned out to be great butlers. So.
Yes, those brown people make wonderful slaves. So much better than the white slaves.
Yeah. But we're talking about back in the day here. Remember, we're not talking about today.
No, because the slavery is worse now than ever.
Well, I mean, the stupid argument that the South used against the North during the American Civil War run up and stuff, where we have real slaves, sure, but you have wage slaves, blah, blah. I mean, the idea of wage slaves, when you look at the average, when you look at the numbers of the average earnings for your average American or average Canadian, and then look what it's like for somebody who's on minimum wage, making it so that all those coffee shop managers and so on can actually earn enough to live, there might be an argument for that in this day and age. Finally, that might actually make sense.
Yes. Except they're screwing you no matter what your color the skin is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's, there's an argument to for that for sure. But I mean, the idea of empire just ends in bad.
Well, this is a thing that that does kind of worry me about America, because so far, he is actually just like taking the Hitler playbook and just going with it.
Yeah.
And once Hitler had got his country sorted out, what did he do? Yes, he had eyes on other countries. And the other day, Trump said he's the president of Europe. And it's like, well, maybe he's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start seeing those American naval fleets floating across the Atlantic to surround the Europe, and
and maybe that's why prisoners are going to El Salvador, because, well, it's going to be ours soon anyway, so we might as well just start using that jail, right?
Yeah. They'll move it. They'll move them further on, or they just say, "Well, we'll let you go if you join our army."
Oh, how Putler-esque is that?
Yeah, he'll do that for sure.
I saw a thing on MSNBC the other day, and there's more and more anonymous reports coming in from National Guard and so on about seriously bullshit morale. Like these people are not happy about being pulled from their jobs and families. Remember, National Guardsmen aren't like Marines where you live and work in the military, right?
Yeah, you're part-time.
Yeah. These are dudes that just go out and do a little training here and there and whatnot, and then get called in. And all of a sudden, they got to leave their homes, their wives, their children, and everything. And Trump seems to have zero respect for this.
Now, I saw a great conversation about this, basically talking about how the fact that Trump is basically turning the Washington into basically a safe state for him. So, he tried a coup before on January 6th. And, well, this time round, it's going to be easy because he'll have everything in place. Yeah. So he doesn't, even if the Democrats win, he'll just say, no, you're not having it. And I'm keeping the power, and it'll be easy.
Yeah. There was I saw a thing that bald guy that joins Brian Taylor Cohen. He wrote a book, a lot on the show. He was talking about this as well, where I think it was him and Wallace, Christine. He seems to be setting it up so that the National Guard and whatnot are literally his protection zone in DC. So there's no way January 6th can happen to him. The other way around.
Here's the other thing, though. What I've been also hearing is a lot of the National Guard's officers are basically, refusing to follow orders and, bowing out and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think they should stay.
They can flip the script in that moment.
Well, that's the thing. They can follow his orders up till now, but when it comes to that point where he's going to order his troops for the coup, that's when they just say, all right, stand down. Everybody's just stand down and do nothing.
Yeah, actually, I would say no. Everybody support the oath they gave, and let's get this man who just lost the election or who's no longer in power because it's the end of his second term out.
Yeah.
I'd take it even further, but yeah.
Yeah, because it does worry me that you could just gonna, if all these officers just resign or whatever, you could just end up with the ones that are going to be favorable to Trump. And you need those checks and balances. You need people in there who can say no when the time is right.
But here's the other part of this. They are now carrying sidearms and stuff, and some of them even proper like rifle looking things and stuff. Mm-hmm. These are accountants and farmers and stuff that take part-time training in both military and assistance things like floods and fires and that kind of thing. That's services. Yeah, emergency response, exactly. And now these people are walking among the public with firearms. These are not people who are trained to be able to keep their cool when 15 protesters start screaming at them. This is just so many levels of fucked up. It's not funny. There's been some serious... Sorry?
That's what he wants. He wants He wants protesters to be there, and then the National Guard, have to pull a gun and they shoot someone and they say, well, so, they had to do it. Now we are in a real emergency now.
Exactly. He's waiting for that trigger moment, and he doesn't care that it's going to cost a human life, but it's also going to cost the life of the person who fires, and for the rest of their life has to live with the fact that they panicked because they were in a situation they could not handle. It's going to be awful for both. I mean, being dead really sucks, but that guy's going to wish, probably a guy because most of them are, he's going to wish he was dead for the rest of his life.
Oh, what I have seen is because the National Guard haven't got anything to do, they're basically giving them bin bags and they're walking around the parks picking up litter.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of that. As they literally, and you see them, they're standing around in all this gear and they're just standing there like on the corners of streets and stuff. I mean, that's not America, man. I mean, that's what America looks like in the movie Red Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, also they keep talking about the fact that it's destroyed tourism in the city.
Yeah.
Now I have an answer to this. Just put the National Guard in Hawaiian shirts.
There you go.
Yeah. Just put give them Hawaiian shirts, a Panama hat, and a fake Nikon camera.
Go full Magnum PI. Give them the shirts and get them little red sports cars to drive around. Right? Let me just get a drink here.
Mustaches for disguises so they don't have to wear masks. Actually, you notice the National Guard guys, they don't wear masks. Not like the ICE agents. They're not hiding themselves.
All right.
Oh, and I have a new weapon that I'm going to be bringing to the foray. Which is, we know that
a schlong saber.
Well, that cop that got, the sandwich thrown at him.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, a sandwich is a deadly weapon. But what if it was a plushy sandwich? Would that be counted as the same? And then basically, t-shirt launchers and pack them with stuffy sandwiches, and then you can fire it at the police, and you won't get in trouble.
Barbie Homeland would probably think a plushy sandwich was, an OnlyFans toy. She'd grab it and stuff it in her purse. The Reconstruction Queen of DHS. Funny.
Whatever happened when there's another school shooting?
For the love of fuck. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Literally, like the first or second day back, some homicidal asshole has to go fucking crazy because daddy has a.
I don't know the full story of it. But the thing is, it's like, oh, we're going to start doing the gun debate again, and then you'll have all these, the NRA people saying, oh yeah, but we need our guns to protect ourselves from a rogue government, so we can still, start up a militia. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, where the fuck are you now?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are these militias?
Yeah, why don't you people show up and, yeah. And I can't stand it when somebody says to me, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Yes, with guns, motherfucker. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, the guns don't exactly march out by themselves, do they?
Yeah, you take one of these fucking little, oh, I was so picked on in school, I had to go and shoot up my classmates' whiny little bitches. Take the guns away from them and say, here you go, son, there's brass knuckles. You got to go in and do it with your fists. Is he going to be killing people? No.
Here's a sandwich.
Exactly, right? Yeah, here's a bratwurst and cheese on a fucking sub bun, you fucking AV club leading fucking, But seriously, if the kid couldn't get the guns, it wouldn't fucking happen. And the same logic falls into so many areas. I understand the right to defend yourself and stuff. I should be able to have a rifle in my home or a gun or whatever, so that if somebody breaks in, I can put one between their eyes and say, fuck you, meth head. I totally support that. But obviously, there's something wrong in the system when every cracked out, screwed up, mentally struggling fool that gets the wrong idea can just simply go and shoot up a post office or a school or something. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's too much,
Doesn't go,
yeah.
Yet, like I say, the whining about, they need to keep their guns. But the time you need the militia more than ever.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I understand you might want to keep your guns, but keep them safely locked up and stuff. Not one of you gun supporters can say that all of your compatriot gun lovers are doing it properly when this continues to happen. Or is it the laws that make it too easy for these people to get it? I don't really know, but something's got to give, man.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. And it's the problem as well. It's like, there's a school shooting and you go, right, we need to talk about guns again, and they just roll their eyes, go, yeah, here we go again with this conversation. It's like, well, yeah, yeah, you prick. We got to have the conversation. You haven't solved anything. You haven't changed anything. They keep talking about new laws and new regulations, mental health checks and things like that. As soon as they get kicked in some place, they're withdrawn from somewhere else, and I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Yeah, if you're into hunting, cool. Be into hunting. I'm not begrudging that. Put your weapons away very carefully so nobody, even somebody who breaks into your house, can get them. You want something close by your bed in case you hear somebody break into your home. You get a little floor safe mounted and secured and stuff, and put an easy access weapon in it. But don't just put one in your drawer.
So that's the thing. So many illegal guns are out in the streets in America. And that's the same thing they say. There's just too many illegal guns. Well, where do you think they're getting the illegal guns from? They're just robbing your homes.
Yeah.
And then taking your gun. So if you didn't have the gun, or it was safely locked up so the thief couldn't take it, then there wouldn't be illegal guns. It's just mental.
Yeah. And then America as a whole, you guys got to tighten up the regulations to hand people a gun. I mean, I'm not sure. But what I've been told and what I've seen about it makes it a mockery of the lethal ability of the firearm. Like, it's just.
Well, the thing is, I'm not qualified to do the debate on this. I'm not up on all the laws and the regulations, but the simple fact of the matter is nothing seems to change. And no doubt the Onion puts out a post every time there's a mass shooting.
Yeah.
What is it? It's basically saying, then there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. And I gotta say, I did competitive shooting when I was young. I don't see anything wrong with responsible gun ownership. So, I'm not some, police shouldn't have guns. We should go back to the old whistles and sticks thing and stuff, I'm not saying that, right?
Like the British police, the British bobby.
Yeah, the bobbies, yeah. Stop, or I'll say stop again,
I'll blow my whistle.
Yeah, I ain't saying that. I get it, but
yeah.
Anyway, let's not flog a dead horse, as the album was called, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, like I say, we're not qualified to have the argument or the debate.
You're not qualified.
It just fucking hell, somebody do something about it. Come on, please.
Yeah.
Try and do something about it.
My last word on it would be, American gun owners, please just be honest enough and admit that, it's not really working out. Because Canadian gun owners, we still have guns. It's okay. You guys got to stop fighting it as if your guns are going to get taken away. We just got to stop handing them to sweaty drug addicts in pawn shops. Anyway,
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Well, there's Trump going after that chick in the Fed. The
Reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, totally independent. Nothing to do with the federal government whatsoever.
Yeah, you're fired, sir. This isn't Dragon's Den. You were never on that show, and
Yeah, it's got nothing.
Remember, you're
It's like him, him saying, "Oh, Macron, you're fired. You're not president of France anymore. Yeah, you're out."
Exactly.
What?
And she's suing. It's already set up. Like, she's like, fuck you, man. You can't tell me to step down. He does have a limited bit of power to tell somebody in her position to bugger off, but only in a certain, whatever the wording was, thing. Unfortunately, in the letter of the law, with the exactitude of language and so on, it's a little ambiguous. And there's a little ambiguity to it, right? Ambiguous,
Well, the thing is, you use this very, very special word there, which Trump has no understanding of, and that was the law.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
It's like, what does he care about that? I mean, the only thing he knows about law is how to break them.
Yeah, well, no, the only thing he knows about law is how much it costs to break them. But, did you hear what he's doing? They're filing a lawsuit against California because they're saying the redistricting is against the Voters' Rights Act.
Yeah.
Irony just died.
Even though they're putting it out as a referendum vote.
And they're also trying to beat the act entirely in court. You can't. There's no, it's just what?
Yeah.
So they're trying to beat the act, but they're trying to use the act to keep California from doing what they are doing in Texas. And then, as far as I understand it, something just happened in, I think it was Ohio, But it could have been like more of a Mormon area. I can't really remember. But something just happened in court which would flip the districting maps differently. And blue, wait a minute. Blue would gain a seat. The Democrats would gain a seat because of it, or at least damn near guaranteed.
Right.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. This is really, really playing out as, and I'm sorry, I've said this before, but politics shouldn't be this us versus them thing. It should be, what are you going to do for the people? But American politics has devolved into utter madness. And I can see the Democrats don't want to play, but I think Newsom's got it right and just beat them at their own game. And then once you're in office, actually do good and you'll probably stay.
That's one of the things a lot of people, one of the things a lot of people have been saying is the Democratic Party, if you go back, several years, they were there for the working class. They were there for the people. And in recent years, not so much. And there's a lot of money in politics. They're trying to get rid of that and all this kind of stuff. So the Democratic Party they just don't feel like they're working for the people anymore. And they need to get back to that. They're also saving a democracy would be a good start, but
they're also totally. They tried to use social media as a way of getting a real message across with meaning and stuff. And what they missed was social media doesn't have the attention span for that much. It was never going to work. The social media has an attention span for two people going at each other. Who are you going to pick as the victor? That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's about, I think the amount of time you took to say that sentence is probably longer than a lot of people actually spend their time who they're going to vote for.
Exactly. I mean, but I think they're catching on now, right? Yeah. There's platforms and places where you can deliver the longer message. And then places like MSNBC and so on, CNN probably as well, and whatnot, will clip also meaningful parts as well as the big buzzwordy moments. Right. So I do believe you got to have a twofold approach. You have to have the full message in there, but you don't try to sell that on Twitter. Right. That's not,
Well, I don't know. I mean, like the Gavin Newsom thing with his ridiculous post. I mean, I heard a great expression. Bill Mayer said, "You don't want to outsmart them. You want to outstupid them."
Yes.
I thought that was great.
Yeah,
that's what you got to take.
You got to take the power from them and make them look stupid while you do it. And then people will listen to the longer form version of what you're actually going to do.
Yeah. Well, until the Trump regime gets to that point where all these people who oppose him are just suddenly murdered in the middle of the night and disappear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you, Nazi Germany, for that idea. Brilliant plan.
You'll know when Trump gets to the window kind of version of politics when all the National Guardsmen carry around shovels, right?
Yeah.
For scraping up the sidewalks.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's how Trump started to build the Wehrmacht. The army is just basically putting these people out to work, and they literally gave them shovels. Go build the motorways, go and dig things up, and make Germany look great again. And then all of a sudden, we don't need the shovels anymore. But here's a rifle. Now go fuck off and kill some people in Poland.
Yeah, totally, man, totally. Which is a little bit of a switch. I mean, I'd be like, what? Wait a minute now. I thought I was, cleaning the streets,
Yeah, but like they're doing in DC at the minute.
Yeah. So here, let's do the shout out here again. We've got a fundraiser running over on GoFundMe. 1 second here, sorry.
What's the matter? You got
Oh man. That no, that was like, I think I literally let out the equivalent of about 2 liters of air there burping. It's that thing, you know, a beer gives me the worst burpee stuff. If I go out to like supper with a couple of people, I'll have a couple of Ryan Cokes or whatever, because, you know, but anyway. So this is the fundraiser here with our team. Few people facing a few things. We've got one person for sure who's got like imminent failure of computer stuff, and it's not just to moderate on the show, but and work in the background and all that stuff. But there's, you know, children in the house and everything. Big deal, right? God damn it, man!
Get the fundraiser to have the children taken away.
Yeah, exactly.
We need a fund for a flight to El Salvador for the kids.
That's right. Because no children should be either deported or watch their parents deported. Yeah, we've got another fix that's a little bit more in a personal area. I won't go into it much. There's also a thing we're doing for, you know, there's enough explanation on the site that I'll probably leave it at that. I'm
just go read it.
Yeah, everything's not, my bottom screen I think is about to die because everything's juggling a little bit. Like the screen is, you know, right. Yeah. Well, it's only a smaller screen. It's only like a 22 or a 21 or whatever. I can get a replacement for like $5 at the thrift store. That's no big deal. But yeah, we'll get the link in the live chat again there. And we'll see if we can't you know, raise a bit for the team, because that would be really cool indeed. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay, so what else is happening?
So yeah, I was thinking, you know, the governor of Chicago is basically, or what's his name? He mentioned him before.
Pritzker or something. Yeah.
Stimpler. I don't know. Yeah, he's he's talking about, you know, don't send your troops to Chicago, to the Chicago area.
Yeah.
I was wondering, you know, could this be a point where, I mean, he must still be in charge of his National Guard.
He is.
That state's National Guard. So could they effectively set up roadblocks around the Chicago area to prevent the troops coming in?
I don't think
then you'd have a standoff.
I do not think that any Democratic mayor, governor, insert other word here, is willing to do that kind of standoff. I will be shocked if that truly happens.
Yeah, I know you'll be shocked that truly happens, but are we heading there?
I don't think we're there yet, because every speech that I've heard from a Democratic lawmaker, mayor, congressman, governor has talked about peaceful protest, and they definitely amplify and make sure to get that point across.
Yeah.
I don't think that will be what they would do. I think maybe what they would do is get some of their people to just line the streets and stand there and watch as the others come through, just so they could all look each other in the eyes and go, yeah, no, we're not doing this, right? You know, but I think it would be far, I hope, because, oh my God, a whole bunch of National Guardsmen standing off at a blockade or something. I can only hope that every one of them would just go, fuck this, no way, because they're not, they're the wrong people for that, right?
Yeah. There's an old 80s movie called The Second Civil War. It's out there on YouTube. Go check it out. It's well worth a watch, and that's basically what happens. You end up with a standoff.
Yeah.
And and you say we're not there yet. We might be getting to the point where different National Guard wear armbands to designate their their loyalties.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, that's already going down a dangerous road.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but I just don't have any good feelings about it.
No, I totally agree. Hold on a second here. I'm just doing a really cool thing. Yeah.
Keep your teeth.
Well, it turns out my son's visiting family, and he must have been watching earlier.
Got the show?
Yeah.
We got a new sub.
Yeah. Well, he, on his tablet and everything, he's all signed in and stuff, right? So I had a message on iMessage, and we're gonna personally put some cash into the fundraiser as well here.
Who's that?
Felix and I.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? Oh no.
Yeah.
Felix.
Yeah. Felix wants to play.
That's nice. I mean, a lot of people have helped along the way. For Felix, it's just his opportunity to pay back, I guess.
Yeah. Right. I mean, he's received a lot of shit from viewers and stuff over time, right? Yeah. So we're gonna do a chip in here too.
Bless him.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, well, I mean, he's an adult now. He gets a disability payment, and so far, all we've done is taken the last one and the one he just got and put them in the damn bank. I mean, I was able to, pay for what we need due to me being on the system and stuff, and trying to save as much as I can for him and whatnot. And he wants to play. Isn't that cool? Yeah. He doesn't usually watch because he doesn't like swearing. He's not a fan. And
we haven't sworn yet. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Is it maybe like in the title? Does it say we're going to do a fundraiser? No, it doesn't. So he must have watched for a minute, or something, That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this right here. Okay.
I'll tell you what. While you're doing that, I'll just go on a little rant about something.
Okay.
So I keep seeing adverts on YouTube about fucking toothbrushes. What is the sudden fucking obsession with toothbrushes? Oh, you've all been using plastic toothbrushes for all these years, and now we've brought out a different toothbrush that's made out of metal and a bit of plastic, and you can buy
metal.
Yeah, aluminium. So electric toothbrush.
Oh
no! Hey, no, you're supposed to be doing your thing. You do your thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be like steel or something like that. So when it touches your teeth, you go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, they have all these images of like billions of toothbrushes going into landfill and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, I don't think I've ever seen that like a massive problem. I haven't seen any images of seals or turtles with toothbrushes up their noses, so I think the oceans are quite clean of toothbrushes. To be honest with you, probably could do with more.
There's a company, I can't remember who it is. They do bamboo handled toothbrushes, and that's what I like now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, how often do people change? I mean, I'm terrible with toothbrushes because, you know, unless the bristles are falling out, it still works.
Yeah. Yeah. No, whenever
my toothbrushes last longer now anyway because I've got less teeth.
Okay, there you go. That's true. I know.
So the toothbrushes for all these years didn't work for me.
I always get a few when they're on sale. Like, you know, if it's one of the ones I like and they're at half price, I buy like 3 of them. You know, they're just not that expensive. And then I always have one, you know.
Yeah, that will last you like 9 years.
Not really, but you know. I think one of those bamboo handled ones with a medium bristle, probably lasts me 6 months before it starts flaying out to the point where you know it's not working anymore, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My son has like a badass electric one, but he's got braces still. So you know.
It's just one of those sort of like things where, you know, where I can't stand that kind of guilt trip that people put you on advertising. You're saying, "Oh, you're using this. You shouldn't be. You're a naughty person. You should be using our product instead." And it's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Your product isn't going to save the planet. It's just going to make you a nice big yacht.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly right.
Not really interested.
Yeah, you know,
if you were trying to save the planet, you would not be making toothbrushes.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be doing something, you know, worthwhile. I don't know what, but I'm sure toothbrushes aren't going to save the planet.
Yeah. Fuck, I tell you, earlier today, I sent the money that was sent to the team from NANA, and it's when I do it at GoFundMe, it says use PayPal balance first, but use your bank account second in case you don't have enough of a balance. Yes, that would be perfect. So I sent NANA's money. They took it all from my bank. PayPal still got the cash.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I only just noticed that right now when I was checking everything in the background, right? Jesus Christ. Yeah. What the fuck? You know? Imagine if like I had some automatic payment coming out for my insurance or whatever, and I was right on the margin and I didn't realize they did that, and there's checks bouncing. I mean, fuck, man, that could really affect a person.
Yeah.
Stupid bastards. Oh, well.
Yeah, Kelly used to do this thing where, you know, she's buying all her little crafty products. And it's like, it's gone out of the bank account, it's gone out of the bank account, it's gone out of the bank account. And I'm asking her, what are these payments for?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that was supposed to come out of my PayPal balance. But I don't understand why PayPal does that. It's taking it out of the bank and not the PayPal balance. It's because you're not clicking on the right thing.
Yeah. But
it's always like a oops.
Yeah, but maybe it's not so oops because GoFundMe did it to me, you know. And then just now, when Felix and I just sent a donation into that, I was like, okay, let's try this again because there's money sitting in PayPal. Use PayPal first. Nope. All that it's still it's. Oh well. I don't know. I'm sure I have about $6 left in the bank at this point, right? You know. Okay, let me get a refreshment. 1 second.
He doesn't mean like a wet wipe. He's gonna douse himself down. Little, you know, and just strip off and just give himself a little bath with some wet wipes. Yeah, there we go.
What?
You're talking about freshening up, you know.
Oh, no, I said refreshment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I'll be one of those freaks that sits there and licks themselves like a cat. You know?
I was going to say, what are you fucking going to do, you fucking cat? Don't forget behind the ears.
Yeah. I've seen video of people that actually do that, and they sit there and they do that whole cat grooming thing to themselves, and they say, "Well, I identify as a cat."
No, you're insane.
Yeah, you're taking the I need to be unique and different because I have no idea who I am as a person to the extreme that doesn't need to be. You know?
Yeah, no, they're only doing that because they wish they were a dog so they could lick their own bollocks.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I just get other people to lick my bollocks for me. I just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah, can't afford to be the goth kid, so you got to go to Value Village and buy a cat costume. Like, this is stupid.
It's that the whole world has gone woke argument. Although I'm pretty sure that's not what woke actually means.
Yeah, well, at this point, right, Gen Z's probably already, mangled it on us.
Well, there was a strange thing I saw on NSBC.
Yeah, MSNBC that has no Microsoft in it anymore, but it's still MS. Okay.
But there was like one of those panels on, and they're all talking about Trump and all this kind of stuff. And there's this big black dude on there, and he's got a big afro and everything. And he's got a suit on and everything. He seems pretty presentable, and he's talking intelligent stuff. And then you go, wait a minute, he's got like silver nail varnish on. And it's like, do you have any idea how that is just going to turn MAGA heads into like insanity?
Oh, yeah.
Like, black bastard. It's like, you know that sort of thing where, you can say some of the most intelligent things in the world to somebody, but if they just have like an instant dislike to you because the way you look, the things you wear, all that kind of stuff, which does happen. We can't.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, well, that. Why didn't you just not do that? Because I accept the fact, you're free to do how you like. You are free to do how you like, and it's important to do that. But you're trying to. I think you're trying to persuade these morons to look at things a different way. But if you instantly turn their stomachs, it's not going to work.
Look at it this way: you're always free to be yourself, but if you suck, you're also free to be somebody else.
Who shall I be then? It's just strange. Just strange.
Yeah. So, what is it? 27th. Let me just look at the calendar here. Okay. So yeah, starting September 2nd, my son and I start doing our more regular homeschool routine. And hopefully that leads to a much more stable environment where we can start doing a bit more of that 42 show again and, try to make that a thing. Last year when we were still at the end of school and stuff, when we were still on routine, it was no problem at all. When summer hit, I thought, okay, this is this is where we'll have more time to really do it. And that didn't happen at all.
Yeah. So I can fit it back into my routine again.
Yeah. It's, and this is the last year of schooling for Felix, I think, too. So, yeah.
So what happens after that?
Well, with his emerging skills at basic video editing and so on, if I can just get him to pay attention to the content a bit more, he might actually have a little to offer certain people that need editing done and stuff. It'd be a volunteer thing with him at first, for sure. But, I've been thinking about that. I was thinking about getting him in touch with the local library because, he might do a couple of days down there. He'd be great at sorting getting everything done right and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
But he's also going to be, that youth group he goes to. Well, he gets like 4 days a week. If he can be there for them, he gets 4 days a week of that. And that'll be a real good thing because he gets some time with his peers as well. And they have like a little kitchen set up in these other, situations. And they're out in the public doing things. And he's really, really enjoying that and getting some growth from it. So, yeah. But when he's doing those full-time days with the youth group and whatnot, I guess it won't be the youth group then. It's the adult group. But, I've got like literally 6.5, 7 hours or whatever, 6 hours, whatever it is, right? Those like next year when that kicks in, that's when some real freedom comes my way,
Yeah. You'll end up using that as your nap time. You get old.
Yeah. God. I've been hitting the heat rub cream a lot with my knees lately. I'm starting to think that maybe I got to get checked because I might have some arthritis kicking in.
Oh shit! Well,
yeah,
get them cut off. Don't need them.
Yeah,
I need some a transhuman.
Yeah, oh no, I just need some bionic legs, right? That'd be freaking awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was only like it was a $6 million man, so that was 2 legs, 1 arm, an eye. So that must be like $3 a leg, maybe. $3 million. We could fundraise that.
Okay, yeah. So I just need to be rebuilt.
You just need the knee, so that's probably like $100,000.
We could ask Commander. He just had his done, right?
Did he?
Yeah. But I want mine to be done in the way that, I could still I could start chasing down criminals in my evening hours.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but this point about Commander McMillan, you never see him from the waist up. You don't know actually how his knees replaced or just removed.
Yeah, they're probably Sony branded, yeah.
Yeah, Audi subscription based.
Yeah. Every month he pays $24 so he can wiggle his toes.
You got to do something to keep the business happy.
Speaking of which, though, with subscription in cars, Volkswagen started trying this now as well, and they're doing the same thing Mercedes tried as well. It's not. You remember? Hold on.
You remember talking about the performance?
Yeah, you remember BMW was stupid, and they tried to do it with heated seats, even in the petrol gasoline powered cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was never going to sell, but in the electric world, Tesla gets away with this all the time. Nobody even talks about it.
But, no, because no one's buying them anymore. So
well, that's true. That's true. But during one hurricane warning, people that had the lower Tesla battery had the higher capacity enabled to help them get out of town, which meant that every lower capacity model it actually has the battery of the high one. They just don't let you use it all.
Bastards.
Yeah. And so this is what VW and Mercedes has done this with their electric cars as well. If you want to pay a one-time fee when you buy it, they will give you the high boost thing, but they offer a subscription service so that you can unlock the full performance of your car when you need it. I'm dragging around the hardware that can do the speeds. Just fucking let me do it. I own this motherfucker. I can't believe people are like literally going, well, that's okay. You know, it's just a feature. You have to pay for them anyway. It's not a feature. They're not installing something new in your car to make it better. They're just letting you have all of what you already bought.
I wonder how many people find out about this after they bought the car, or they're sitting down, you know, with their sales person, you know, buying the car. Now, let's talk about the option extras. Would you like the car to start when you want it to? Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to pay this fee. Or, do you think they go through it then? At that point, you go, well, I was buying a $24,000 car. Now it's 36.
Actually, dude, that's underselling it. You know, you can take your average $50,000 BMW and you can easily add 20,000 more in options.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking about prices from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
25,000 for a car? You fucking mad.
Yeah. Here's AI Alchemist, our image dude there. That's me as a robotic crime fighter. That's me fighting right to repair issues and right to ownership.
Hey, you gone turn silver fox.
Yeah, well, it's coming. You know, you can see it all here, right? It's coming quick. Oh, yeah. I'm just starting to get it in my eyebrows and in my sideburns a bit. So anytime now, and you can see if you look just like right there's one, you know, they're just starting.
Yeah. It's a big bold patch on the back of your head. You're hiding really well.
I do not have that.
No, your hair is definitely receding, though. I think the length of your hair is so heavy; it's been pulling back your scalp.
You know,
years.
If you do the measurement for your average human being, your forehead is almost 50%. Your eyes are almost down at the midpoint, right? My hairline is not actually receding.
Yeah, no, but I bet you look at you had bring up photographs of you when you were younger. Your hair probably was a lot lower at the front. Just the sheer weight of hair has been pulling your forehead back.
Yeah, no, I've had it all one length since I was like 15 years old.
That's what I mean.
Too.
That's what I'm
so
about.
You know. But yeah, and you should see well, you shouldn't see because you wouldn't want to, but I lose so much hair when I'm showering and stuff, trying to get all the knots out and whatnot and all that shit. I've had people like see the trash bin or whatever and go, oh my God, you're going to be bald anytime. Like, fuck, I've been doing that for like 40 years, you know? Yeah, I don't seem to have an issue there yet. Well,
both my
knock on wood.
Both my boys have got long hair, and every now and then I get like a pick thing to the bath plug, and you know there's like a few hair strands, you know, like caught in the trap.
Yeah.
And you pick at them, you can pull at that, and then all of a sudden you're pulling out like a fucking rat.
Yeah, it's like yeah. You know what you do, people? If you have long hair, listen to me. When you're in the shower and you're doing your hair and you get that hair in your hand and stuff, you peel it off your hand and stick it to the shower wall. It will just stick there and it won't go down your fucking drain. And therefore you're not, having to call a plumber every 2 years. It works, And
you never clean it. You just leave the hair on there and then you got extra insulation.
Yeah, no, but then when you're done and you're all dressed and stuff, you can just grab it from the wall and stick it in the trash, right?
Or just open the window and a lovely, flock of thrushes will come in and take it for nests.
I don't know what a thrush is.
It's a bird.
Oh, okay. I figured it was like an ostrich, and I'm thinking they don't fly,
The only thrush is feminine hygiene. But oh dear.
Oh my God. Last couple of weeks, I haven't had that many beers. And wow, have I got the burps. Holy God. Oh, I think that one had some hot sauce or something mixed into it. It had a bite. That ain't right.
You need to have an extra pipe, just like built into you, just to release the gases slowly.
Like this? Oh no! Okay, you mean plumbing? Yeah.
Internal plumbing.
Yeah.
It's like a little standpipe or something.
Well, I have that acid reflux issue, right? So technically I shouldn't drink beer, really. I should be having like gin and fruit juice or something, or even then, it gets acidic,
Yeah.
But I can't help it. I just like beer. So I don't care. But that's why I'm master of the mute button, because I've almost never burped into the microphone before.
No, but we do lose like 30 minutes of airtime each show. So you can cut those out. Yeah, there you go, Felix. Here's your job: edit the Shills live shows and cut out Dad's burpy bits.
Yeah, and when he scratches his nuts, right? Yeah. That'd be good.
Oh, you only got 10 minutes left. It's like I saw a YouTube video the other day.
It would just be you.
there was a YouTube video I saw the other day. The film Death of Stalin, the best bits.
What?
And it was and it was 5 minutes long. five fucking minutes. It's like, that's a great film. How can you decide what are the best bits and then just like take a great masterpiece and then cut it down to 5 minutes?
Sounds like editing a Hayden Christensen movie.
Well, that stands to reason. Finding the best bits for Hayden Christensen movie.
Yeah.
The best bits are the ones that he's not in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
I got nothing against the guy, but his movies suck.
He was okay in that show where he had lunch on the Sphinx or the pyramids or whatever,
Jumper.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, but I can't remember a fucking moment of it, so it must have been quite bad.
Well, there was somebody else who became his adversary that was a good actor, so it worked out.
What, Eddie Murphy?
No, I said good.
Will Smith?
Yeah. Yeah, Will Smith just got all up and slap happy on it, Yeah.
So
Will Smith proudly, publicly proclaims love for his wife, who loves him while fucking other people. Strange.
There was a bit in the Alien Earth last night that really annoyed me. I watched that. It's an absolutely stunning show. It's brilliant. But there was a bit that really annoyed me. That like this lead actress, the lead character, and she's like a transhuman. So she's like the mind of a child.
She's like the Borg queen.
Put into her, so like a robot body type thing. But anyway, she can talk to the aliens or the xenomorphs. And there's a bit where a chest burster type xenomorph is born, and she's like chattering to it and talking to it and smiling, and she's got lovely happy eyes to see it, and she just goes in with a hand and just like goes to stroke it, and it's like leans in on her like, oh, I'm happy I found a mummy sort of thing. I was thinking, no, there's no,
that didn't happen in the restaurant. It just
there's no parental love, in a xenomorph.
I saw this.
Love.
I saw this when it pops out of the chest. It starts singing and dancing. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
That was Spaceballs. That was Spaceballs. News about Spaceballs 2 in a minute. But yeah,
that's for more money.
it just really annoyed me because it's like you're having this conversation with my son about it, and so if a moth is born, an insect is born, you don't go in and stroke it and it goes, oh, it's not like a puppy or a kitten that knows parental love. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what happens, and they go, oh, I love you, you're my mummy. No, the xenomorph launches out of someone's chest, goes on a fucking killing rampage. He's not looking for his fucking mummy.
Yeah, it's like the Gorn, but scary, Well, the new Gorn are actually a lot kind of similar. So yeah. But
anyway, apart from that, it's a great show. I'm really loving it.
I'm very tempted on it because every time somebody speaks of it, it's just praise and praise,
Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, this is not a spoiler, but the whole story arcs are not so much based on the actual alien creatures so much. It's this whole sort of thing that's going on the planet Earth at this time. You got like 5 businesses that run the planet.
Right.
There's one particular one has got like the genius boy, and he's well into Peter Pan. And he's absolutely superb, absolutely brilliant actor. And and so he's like this genius who's come up with this like transhumanism technology. And so a lot of it is about the psychology of what's going on there, and and what it's like to be that. And also, there's got I'm not going to spoil too much, but there's a lot more levels than the aliens. Well, there is a funny thing in it because there's an alien creature in it, which is like an octopus with like an eyeballs on the top of it, with like multiple irises and like that, like spin around. And I know, my daughter, back in the day, she's one of those people who she'd see it and she'd go, oh, he's so cute. And it's trying to rip someone's fucking face off. It's like, oh, it's cute.
How many movies has that been in though, where somebody says, oh, it's so cute, and they're the first to die?
Well, that's what happened. What is it? Alien Prometheus? Was it one of the Prometheus movies where there's like this tentacle thing comes out of the water, and the botanist like leans into it, goes, oh, look at this. Oh, I know. And he goes to touch it, then the fucking thing just like breaks into his helmet and eats his face. Why? Yeah. Well, do you not know anything? This is an alien world, an alien thing.
That's like introducing a little puppy that's almost grown up to a cat, and it tries to fuck it.
And it's got teeth on its paws, asshole, and everything. Just the only thing is there to do is to rip your face. Well, actually, that's a cat.
Yeah.
The only job a cat has got is to rip you to shreds. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's that?
It's a retirement home for Ancient Aliens cast members.
Hey, little green men. Ironic that little green men. There's no such thing as little green men, is it? It's all greys now.
Little green men.
When is the color of the aliens change color? There used to be little green men there, but then they're all like greys and everything.
You know when that happened? It's when Apple dropped the color stripes on their logo and went to that, more gray looking Apple. So I think they were just, following design trends of the day.
Yeah. I just worried that we might be, doing some kind of bleaching in the alien world, just getting rid of that racist green aliens.
Well, I think it's the other. I think right now the greens are very pissed off at the grays for cultural appropriation, because the grays are now taking credit for everything that the greens actually laid the groundwork doing. Did I keep the colors straight during saying that? I'm not even sure.
It's all racist.
Oh, it's so fucking, everybody knows that the lizard people eating the spaghetti monster that was in charge were the ones that actually built the pyramids. And they did it because they needed a place to air out the colander from eating the spaghetti when they put it upside down, right? The pyramid was just there to help it drain the water. That's all it was. Clip that shit.
How's it tie into Trump?
Well, it ties into Trump because his tiny little penis is like a tiny little bit of the spaghetti broken off and just wandering in the desert on its own.
Just the tiny little penis is the cap of the pyramid.
I'm Donald J. Trump,
and I approve this message.
I bet you Gavin Newsom approves it a lot more.
Yeah. I'm surprised there's not, footage coming out of the White House of Donald Trump parting the Red Sea and shit like that.
Yeah. Walking on water.
Yeah, exactly.
Fat ankles.
Yeah, just doubling down, trying to make sure that hardcore Christian vote is still his, even though he's just taken away half of their child care and Medicaid and all that.
Just him standing naked on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom under his leg. Gavin Newsom is kneeling down. He's got his foot up on him, and just Trump is just standing there with a massive erection.
Speaking of which, okay, here I think this is one of the best ideas I've ever had. When Trump dies, when Trump dies, and we're hoping it'll be sooner rather than later. I want to see all of the concrete that he poured in the Rose Garden that Jackie Kennedy, Jacqueline Onassis, planted at the White House. I want to see that torn up and used to make his fucking little tomb. Oh,
you just wrap it around him in chains and then chuck him in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Entomb him in that and then lob him into the ocean where he can never be found again, as if it was the last piece of kryptonite and Superman was finally free.
Yeah, like the Blob. You freeze him, take him to the Arctic and just drop him there.
Exactly, right?
See, the thing is, I say if, because surely they're just going to use the same technology that created all the Biden cyborg clones for Trump.
Yeah, but can you imagine if I was the guy in charge of making like a cyborg Trump so that stupid son of a bitch could live on? I would design him to be just like Johnny Five from the movie. That's what I would do. He'd have like tracks to steer and stuff, right? He would be the tank that he had parade at his birthday. Stupid ass son of a bitch.
The squeaky one.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when some of the Democrat YouTubers were, oh my God, listen to the squeaking of that tank. It's so bad. They all do that. That was so stupid. The reason it stood out is because there was no music, no band, no cheering, no nothing. Everybody was just sitting there going, holy fuck, I'm bored. No. The reason why the squeak was prevalent, because as audio levels, it just drowned out everything else. Well, there was nothing else, though.
I know, but if you were, a big fan of war movies, and I know you're not, it's like the squeaking of a tank can be heard from miles away. Once it's in the vicinity of you, it's like so loud. The decibel level is so loud, it will drown out anything.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what was happening in that scene when that tank went by, it would have drowned everything out.
But I've seen footage before in a big, huge American parade after World War II where there were tanks on the ground, but all you can hear is the crowd screaming and yelling and people hanging out of buildings. And that's what Trump thought he was going to get, is one of those big moments. And he had about 3,000. Yeah. Yeah, he had about 3,000 people sitting on the sidewalk, and 2,000 of them were just stoned and just going, "Wow, man!"
You know my favorite bit in that entire. Actually, I'm not too sure which my favorite bit is, because there's quite a few of them. But he had all this, like the marches of different people in different uniforms. Different points in history.
Yeah.
You had the Union soldiers from the Civil War and all that kind of stuff. But he didn't have any troops like yomp through in their Vietnam fucking failure.
Yeah.
But no, but it was the troops that paraded the drones, and they basically marched through carrying.
Going like this. They look
when I
like
say drones,
4-year-olds with plastic planes, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I say drones, we are literally talking fucking pocket drones.
Yeah.
Well, no, it'd have been better if they did that, but no, they didn't. They just like held them in the palm of their hand and marched through. Here's our drones.
Preppers everywhere were laughing because they were junk,
Oh dear.
That whole thing was such a farce, man. That must have hit his ego so bad. Can you imagine? Like, what Trump always does is everybody says. Some people have speculated that, he's just so stupid that when he thinks something is good, he just figures everybody's around. But you know what? I truly believe it's because he surrounded himself with such a group of ass kissers that anytime his flatulent mouth comes out with an idea, everybody just says, "Wonderful, sir. That's amazing, sir." And then he goes, "Well, everybody says it,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about his parade. I'm pretty sure that he doesn't know that there was only like a few thousand people there. Because they probably told him there was like hundreds of thousands, millions of people there. And he doesn't bother to go checking. He doesn't care about facts.
Yeah. He's underwater on the polling on every issue. And he keeps saying, "Oh, we're doing so well. Everybody wants to do a deal." You're kidding? You're a pariah, motherfucker,
No one's done a deal. Oh, that was the thing. When they talk about this, like underwater, when you were looking at the polling, and it was like 48% are against his immigration policy, and 43% are for it. I thought, 43? You fucking kidding me? It's like, you morons. That's what concerns me when you talk. He's underwater on a lot of stuff. But when you see that, you think, Jesus Christ, there's still way too many people who think everything he's doing is fine.
But I saw those same numbers, but there was a secondary breakdown of the people that were supposedly for it. That included people that were pretty much undecided. They just weren't against it.
Right.
And that was like a 10% on that one. So when I think more and more I noticed Midas Touch did a video very recently, and they were showing a bunch of footage of town halls or Republicans who refused to do town halls anymore, but they were doing a public thing. And oh my God, man, the Republicans can't go in public without being fucked with right now anywhere.
Yeah, well, it seems to be.
I wouldn't doubt that a lot of Republican voting areas right now are so angry about Medicare, Medicaid, and stuff that when the primaries hit, the Republicans have no chance.
I'm still kind of worried that the fact that you do see these these turnouts or the town halls, and it's like the problem is that only 5% of the American public are actually taking any notice of what's happening politically.
Yeah.
And everybody else is just asleep and just not taking any notice whatsoever.
The amount of people that are so self-involved in their own lives that they don't understand that what's going on politically and how it could affect them into the future is gobsmackingly awful. Unbelievable.
Yeah. They're the ones that are probably not seeing the ICE raids. They're not seeing the the troops in their town. They're just going, day to day, farming or whatever. Yeah. Not seeing anything. I voted Trump before. I'm going to vote for him again.
Yeah. And the other thing that clouds it, the Midas Touch showed a few videos where people obviously were getting booed, but there was some applause. If you look in the crowds to the people that are plotting versus the people that are booing and stuff, the applause is coming from somebody who is very well dressed and done and whatnot, and obviously of means. And they're applauding because they don't want their tax dollars helping their neighbors with Medicare or anything else. These are greedy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see some, uber rich person going, I'm about to pay how much in taxes, and this is going to help people that I'll never meet and stuff and blah, blah, being a bit bitchy about it. But it's fair for everybody. Shut the fuck up and pay it. The idea that if you're uber rich, you're looking for like tax breaks so that you can have even more, you're an immoral piece of shit. Pay your fair share. Just stop.
That's the thing. It's like, you could probably, effectively put me into quite a high tax bracket, and I have to pay those taxes. I don't, well, I do grumble about them, but I don't pay them. But then, if I was earning, like 10, 20, 30 times more, I get an extra tax break, and so I don't have to pay taxes anymore.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I know.
And that's the funny thing is, you're talking about like relatively rich people, who are saying, well, I don't want to give my money up to these poor people. Well, I mean, that's morally wrong. But the fact is that there's people earning a lot more than you, paying a lot less tax.
Yeah.
And they seem to be okay with that.
Yeah, it's so screwed up. If the whole system was balanced out, there would be health care for everybody, and all of the uber rich would benefit because all of the not uber rich would be healthy and happy and eager to work to keep the economy going so you could be even richer. You stupid motherfucker. That's the actual end of it. You fucking dumb fuck.
And they'd be happy to work at minimum wage because everything else is covered for you. So
yeah.
All you just do is give me a bit of pocket money. That's fine. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. The idea that you have all these minimum and low wage people, but they should still have to pay for health insurance and all of this shit and yada yada blah blah.
No. Come on, be fair. It's not even the health insurance. You're paying for the health insurance, but then the health insurers decide, well, we're not paying for that.
Oh, so that's another side of it,
Yeah, that's where it gets really, really shitty.
Yeah, we've got an issue with that because up in British Columbia, Canada, here where I live, we only have one insurance company, ICBC. You get a car, you get insurance from them. They got a corner on the market. It's government run, the whole 9 yards. And there's times when the doctor says, yes, this person needs this therapy because of the accident. And then ICBC comes along and says, no. This is a doctor who said it. No, corporate bean counter motherfucker. No.
Can't have fucking experts coming in here telling me what to do.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And they'll hire doctors who are no longer practicing doctors. They're now just lawyer doctors. And they just simply go in and or say what they're told to say. Just like that stupid asshole that used to argue into the government that lead in gasoline was doing no harm to people. Right? We've got a history of these jerk off motherfuckers. Each one of them should be taken out and shot because they know they're a liar for money. You know?
I don't know if you know the story, but the guy who invented adding lead to gasoline.
Yeah.
Because to prevent knocking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, it was basically, it's
he felt really bad about that. So he went on to invent something else, and it was Freon in refrigerators.
Wow, a double whammy. Thank you, sir. Well done. Yeah.
But he was also I think he was on the spectrum, because he also
the only thing that could make it worse was he invented the smell of Subway bread. Ugh.
Well, no, he invented a thing, right? People on the spectrum like a good strong cuddle. He invented. he basically invented a machine that wrapped around you and basically cuddled you and made you feel safe and secure and all that kind of stuff.
Wow, he invented the helicopter mom. Wow.
And it killed him.
Holy shit. Well,
so there was kind of like a bit of karma, I suppose.
Well, he's lucky the Freon didn't kill him, so
all the lead.
Yeah, exactly. Right. The guy was flirting with danger his entire life.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if he invented the cigarette.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for your lungs.
Yeah. RP in the chat says like Wonder Bread. To be honest, you know what the real name of that bread is? It's a fucking wonder people actually accept this as bread and buy it. That's what the real name is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's this weird spongy. Yeah, it's almost like a Twinkie shaped as a loaf of bread and cut into slices. Fuck.
It's probably gluten free. There's no flour or anything. Nothing's gone near it. It's probably microplastics.
Yeah. Main ingredient is xanthan gum and CO2 to make it fucking aerate, right?
Yeah, latex.
Here, let me get a beer here and then we'll go,
I was going to do that, but I'll let you go and do yours bit first then.
Here, hold on. I got to be a slight bit longer. 1 sec.
Oh, he's got to do a poo as well. Yeah. Now, what am I going to talk about? Oh, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I'm missing Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart, the Late Show and the Daily Show on YouTube. They are gone. And I can't find any answer to this. I've been trying to look into it, but there's just no fucking answers out there. And there doesn't seem to be any particular reason for it, apart from the fact that Paramount were doing this Skydance merger thing, and Trumpy was was basically bribing them to give them money to allow this merger to go through. And obviously, Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert are, one of the two, biggest, anti-Trump late night show people out there. And they seem to have disappeared. Now, I did ask, I ended up going to ChatGPT about it and seeing what it thought. and it gave some like answers like the Stephen Colbert show is coming to an end, and they're talking about costs and all this kind of stuff. I mean, putting out a fucking video on YouTube can't be that expensive because we do it, and basically, as I said, do you think this has anything to do with the Trump administration? Do you think they're out there silencing and they're saying, well, yeah, it could be. We don't know. We don't know. And the fact is, we're just not, no answers, nothing from them. Haven't heard anything from them. I've not even seen any talks about tweets or messages, but yeah, they just seem to be silenced on YouTube now. And bonkers.
Who's this?
Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart been off YouTube for weeks.
Did they both do like holiday time at the same time? I think they go to a private island.
Epstein. Are they on the list? Yeah, no, I thought that as well. Yeah, because sometimes I've seen Colbert, his show goes on holidays when there's like basketball events or something like that. They might take it off the air, and usually, if you do a search for it, it says why is Colbert off the air on YouTube, and they just say, well, it's because of this is because of holiday.
Yeah.
And I've not found anything.
Well, Colbert, it's weird because we already know he's canceled, just not yet, right? So
yeah. Well, apparently, Annette says Stephen Colbert got taken off the air. What, completely? Did they just like?
Well, he doubled down and went fucking crazy, right? After they canceled him, he was like, "Oh yeah, fuck you, man,"
But this is the thing: if something has happened and somebody has done something to force this, that would be news. And I'm not seeing any news. I can't. I
think they're still on their break, right? Because I know what's his name there, Kimmel. He's still got guest hosts going on, right?
Well, Kimmel seems to be on a break for like the last 6 months. Who is he? JD Vance. They're always on a fucking holiday.
But yeah,
get JD Vance's couch on as a guest.
You go back to like Johnny Carson, and he didn't take the summer off like he's some kind of third grade teacher who's, going off to have a love affair with the principal or whatever,
Right. Talking of which, is my chance to run away for a moment.
All right. He's going to go stand in front of the porcelain and hold his penis. Guaranteed. So yeah. Where else to go then before we wrap things up? We are coming up on an hour 50, so we try not to let them go past 2 hours unless it gets like completely ridiculous. I should be a good boy tonight. I got to do a water change on the wrong side on that aquarium tonight. I did my son's yesterday. My son's aquarium has been a total fucking, I don't know if I ever, I've probably, but when I set up his aquarium, I forgot to put the aqua soil in the mesh bag thing under the damn gravel. And so I can get the Vallisneria, the green grass looking one to grow, no problem. But the other plants we've tried just won't truly take because they need more nutrients, right? So I've got to literally rebuild the damn tank. But this time I'm going to go with some nice light colored sand instead of gravel because it'll be, and then I can make sure I know where the shrimp keeping up with cleanup and stuff. It'll be pretty cool. It'll be worth it. But man, did I screw up when I was setting that up. I don't know how I screwed that up. Yeah, what are you going to do? And this one here, I've actually got a tank that's 5 gallons bigger. So it's going to get redone to be a little bit bigger. I might have to move Einstein there. Where is he? Right there. I might have to move Einstein. But that'll be pretty cool.
Put him in the tank.
Yeah. Watch them fight it out with the guppies.
Yeah. I thought when you said it, I thought you said you're going to have to move Einstein. I thought you meant that's a name for one of your fish.
Oh yeah, no.
You name all your fish after physicists.
Yeah, of course, right? Yeah. I got James Clark and Maxwell all in there, right?
I was say after you get through the first list of 10, you have to start looking them up because I can't remember anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's 12 guppies, so I even got the Doc Brown. So we're coming up on 2 hours here, hour 50 minutes.
Wow, all right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, not interesting. Oh, we should give this. We got to get the fundraiser shout out again going here. So here, I've said it twice. You do it.
Well, tonight, everybody, there's a fundraiser. There's a fundraiser for the Shills team, the lovely team people, the people that do the actual work around here, apart from us lazy bastards. So if you want to, show your support and love for the team, we're going to post the link, and it's just been posted right now. Thank you, Annette, for posting the link. Thank you, Annette, for setting it up as well, because you couldn't expect either of us to bloody well get around sorting that out. So Annette did it all for us, and she took the what was the leap on that. So go there, and just be thankful none of that money's coming to me or Dick.
Yeah, and you don't have to be naked when you're making the donation, but I think it helps you feel good about it. So try it out.
Or put on extra clothes. Well,
there you go. You could go full Eskimo, or
Joey from Friends.
What else? What else do we have to do here? House cleaning, housework. Oh
God, you sound like that fucking idiot. What Eartha?
Housekeeping. That's what I used to call it. The housekeeping, right?
Nathan Oakley.
Oh God, not that. Oh,
bald-headed Nazi.
Oh, he's the kind of guy that would eat his own children, even if they were tadpoles.
Well, he eats everybody else's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Apparently, allegedly, our lawyers have asked us to point that out, that allegedly he only eats babies.
Oh, yeah. And he prefers the rotten ass of,
well, his rotten ass. Have you seen his rotten
ass? Yeah. When it comes to roadkill, he prefers the anal cavity of a raccoon versus a badger.
Oh, and Nathan Oakley, just a pointer out for you. Next time you take a photograph of your bedroom, make sure you don't have your dildos and your butt plugs on display. Because
we know you don't have a girlfriend, bitch, so don't even try it.
That was not a good look. Well done. No. Well done there, sir. Yeah. Nobody has a black lava lamp. Idiots.
Oh, those were the days. Don't you remember when the earth was flat? Flirfs were flirfs, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
So, before this becomes a TV show theme song questionnaire, we've got, let's see, team thanks. Mexi Girl and Annette and Shayna and PJ CNET, Carpasian, AI Alchemist. We've got Jose C. We got Chris Lundy, David Worley, and Super Chat Matt.
Hooray!
All right. And don't forget the fundraiser. you know what? I can actually do this. Watch this. I can right now put the link in the description.
And you have to do the fundraiser, otherwise we will kill off a member of the team every 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Either that or I've got a sack full of kittens.
Yeah.
And they go down to the canal.
If the speed of this fundraiser falls below 40 miles an hour, somebody dies. Yeah, but then we have to be all like emotionalist. Emotionless.
Emotionless.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. Cold-hearted.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves like.
I can do that easy.
Yeah. They killed my dog.
Yeah, I don't even have a heart anymore. Took the lid pulled out.
Here, I can do a Keanu Reeves impression. They killed my dog. I'm going to make the same movie for like 20 years.
When are you going to do the impression?
I just did. That's
okay.
What was it? What's it called?
Bill and Ted's Big Adventure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Biggles Adventure in Time. No, that's a great movie. We've got to talk about that sometime. Terrible.
So the moral of this story is don't fuck with his dog. Otherwise, we're going to have like another 12 movies to watch, right? So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
And remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Wow. They got to find you first.
I give out my number afterwards, but you know,
I hide under the bed.
Yeah, I've been giving out my number for months. I give your number. I'm surprised it's not working.
My number is 7.
Mine is 666.